thanks to all of you to come here. And Rohit is to start with, a great friend and one of those guys who have made it big in startups, as we know. Unfortunately, 90% of them fail. So, and Rohit is exceptional because he has gone through various sort of avatars in his professional journey. Was with McKinsey for 10 years, then Max, then also Oyo, and and Swiggy he joined about 3 years ago, and we were just having a chat outside. So what a home run with Swiggy, right? And after that, the company went public. So thanks for taking the time out, Rohit. He's obviously.
Thank you so much. It's the first time on this side of quorum. I've always been on that side listening to stuff. Yeah.
No, great. So
I'm also judging all of you.
Yeah.
Wednesday evening to listen to me, I think.
So I just wanted to understand the audience a bit. So how many are from startup world, like doing their own startups? Oh wow. Okay, great. And how many investors? Very nice, amazing. And anybody from
anybody from the real world here? Right?
or anybody from media world, journalism, etc. Okay, great. Okay, so we can be open then, because less journalists are always good. So so I mean, Rohit can be more candid.
Are we recording this?
I think there is recording. So and Swiggy is listed company, so. But Rohit, so I think I can start off by, and by the way, it's open forum. I won't take too long with him, so you guys have you can ask him questions that you might have burning desire to ask. But Rohit, just wanted to every one of us has a journey. Would love to understand your bit of your childhood and like how you got into from McKinsey. I know you went to ISP and then McKinsey, and getting into startup, what inspired you, sort of just, like just talk about yourself a bit, where you're from, etc.
Yeah, so I'm a Punjabi, born and brought up in Calcutta, and a vegetarian. There's just one like me. I'm a market of one. Grew up in Calcutta, and I'll tell you two, because there's a lot to share always from your childhood. You think your childhood was fascinating, nobody else does, right? But there are two things which I remember distinctly, and my dad just passed away last month. He had a very full life. He lived to 86. But people ask me about parenting and all that. I think the biggest gift he gave me in my childhood was he never really bothered too much about me, right? I remember going and doing my 11th admission on my own, saying, "Tere ko college mein padhna hai, tu ja, main kyun jaunga tere saath?" Right? I remember him saying that back then, right? And in Bengal, like people are helicopter parents. Like Bengalis are special that way, right? The mom will go with the coconut water and you get the drift, right? For when the exam is happening. And at the age of 15, I told him that I want to travel all over India, right? This was pre-mobile phone era, pre-ATM, pre-UPI, everything. And he said, "Okay, whatever, but just keep it frugal because I don't have that much money." So I went on a 90-day trip when I was 15 all over India to 42 cities. And he was in PNB. And the only thing I had was traveler's checks, a few with me, which I used to encash once in a while when I needed cash. And I used to call him to save money from the PNB branch. So he was a manager, so they used to have a code to clear checks. I think that really showed me at a very early age what India was. I traveled general, I traveled inside toilets. Because there was no money, there was no romanticizing here. There was just sheer sort of practicality of not having money, nothing else. I think that I remember there was 17, which was 16 or 17, I just cleared 12th, and people call it gap year now. I think sort of similar concept. I was working for NGO in Bombay, and again my dad was karna hai karo, but don't ask for too much money. I can't support your all these fantasies, right? Love working for NGO, abhi tum kuch aata nahi hai. I said okay. I remember I went to Bombay, and there was a Guju family I was staying with in a chawl in Irla. It's on Bajaj Road in Vile Parle. I don't know, it's become very busy now, but I have very strong memories of back then. And I asked him, saying, I don't have money, what do I do, right? How do I support myself for 3 months? So he was like, and I really enjoyed that conversation with him, saying, क्या problem है? मेरे दोस्त की stationery की दुकान है, वो पार्ला स्टेशन वेस्ट के नीचे, सीढ़ी के नीचे. तू दिन में काम करना, शाम को उधर कैसेट बेचना, right? एक लाइट और तेरे को टेबल दे देंगे. So I actually hawked cassette for 3 months when I was 17. I used to go to Borivali or somewhere, buy wholesale 5-7 rupees ka, and sell for 15. It was like a very complicated business model. Like buy at 7, sell at 15, right? Electricity is free from the shop owner, and there's no rent because it was his friend's shop. So I think those were very formative childhood memories for me, but I was in Calcutta, you know. So McKinsey, the fun story is that I applied to McKinsey through the Ascent middle page to the McKinsey Knowledge Center that time. I had no idea what the company was, and then I said, they called me and I said, Delhi, so maybe I won't go, right? And I forgot all about it. Then I was met with a friend whose brother was in IT Delhi. And he was saying, kya kar rahe ho? I said, I'm working in this company. I had already done 3-4 jobs in Calcutta by then. And he said, I said, ये McKinsey बोल के company है, पता नहीं कौन सी company. I had, you have to trust me on this one. I had absolutely no idea what McKinsey did. Zero. Right. I just was fascinated by the pay. It said 28,000 rupees per month. So it seemed high for where I was in life. And he said, are you crazy? This is my #1 company on IT Delhi campus that year. So if you still have a chance, go. So I actually called them again and said, are you still like recruiting? They said, yeah, we still are. And that's how it happened. I actually came to Delhi. There was a full day of interviews. I got into McKinsey and I stayed there 10 years. Wow. But I was not a campus recruit. I had no idea what the firm did. I had no idea what Knowledge Center was, nothing. It was just a good pay. And I liked the office. It was in DLF, Kutub, phase 1, that Kutub building. Have you seen that? Where just opposite the Kutub market, it had a swimming pool on top. Oh, wow. So that is what hooked me. I said, yaar, ye building mein swimming pool hota hai. Ye to must company hogi zarur, right? So my reasons for joining McKinsey were like pretty much salary and a swimming pool on top of the building, right? There's not much complication there.
So McKinsey, obviously, I mean, for you it was swimming pool. For people, it's dream, like first job. But so what all sectors you covered? How was consulting back then? I mean, any learnings from there in terms of, you know?
Yeah. So I covered banking, insurance, real estate, education, but 80% being banking, insurance. Also, I worked in 8 markets. But I'll tell you one thing which I learned in McKinsey, which I do want to leave behind with people, is I had a solid inferiority complex, right? मैंने IT नहीं दिया था, मेरे को लगा था मेरे को कभी नहीं होने वाला, right? CAT के एग्जाम के दिन मैं भाग के क्रिकेट खेलने चला गया था, right? My dad discovered it through Indian letter. उस समय Indian letter से एक रिजल्ट आता था, so it came as absent, and I had said मेरा एग्जाम ठीक हो गया, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, right? And he saw it, he was furious. So I was that underconfident. See, ये तो दूसरे लोग जाते हैं कोई, ये IIT, IIM है ना, you, because my circle in Calcutta was such that making it to in Jadavpur University was a big deal. Right? So I like shoot ही नहीं करते थे ऊपर कहीं. And I joined McKinsey and for some reason I was excited and I worked very hard and suddenly I was brushing shoulders with the most unqualified member of my team was IIM Calcutta rank 8. Right? The best one was IIM gold medalist. The third one was Howard से आया था कोई वहाँ पे. And I was suddenly as good as them. And the clients were praising me. And there was a client who actually said, I'll stop the study if Rohit goes off the study. And that was a penny drop moment for me, saying ki, yaar, my potential is not actually realized within me, but my reflection in the people around me, right? Because then I could benchmark easily, saying these are the exact institutions where I thought I had no shot of getting in. I didn't even go for the exam, I was so underconfident. And it seems to be working okay. And I did have the McKinsey में distinctive 5% लोगों को मिलता है, तो I out of 20 cycles 19 times I have distinctive there. Wow. Which that lesson I've never forgotten. I always now try surround myself with good people and people who are much better than me, because I think that gets the best version out of me all the time, right? It is a very simple idea, but it has always stuck. I was the same guy who changed from pre-McKinsey to post-McKinsey and suddenly realized myself, right, in a big way.
Nice. So basically surrounding yourself with...
Yeah, it's easier said than done. You always like settle for things, right? But that is one thing I never settle for anymore after that.
Right. So was it high achievers which you were always around, or?
I think not just high achievers, because achievement is seen as India as which institution you went to, what you did, or your startup, raised a funding or not. But just वो कुछ high correlation भी होता है वहाँ पे. because it's so hard to get in institutes. People who are driven only get in. At least hard work तो proven होता है कि 14 घंटा आपको मेहनत तो करनी पड़ती है, right? उसके बिना तो नहीं होता, right? तो एटलीस्ट वो correlation बोल लो, causation का तो पता नहीं, but that people who have कुछ उनमें जज्बा होना चाहिए, ऐसे लोग आपके आसपास, क्योंकि वो आपको खींचते हैं फिर, right?
Yeah, very true for startup world as well, because you have to believe in yourself, whatever you're selling. That's why all the founders are always excited, and we are wondering kya ho raha hai. So you got bored after 10 years, or why did you decide to?
Yeah, actually, I didn't get bored. I don't get bored that easily because I find myself to do something. But I did when I was consulting and as
And you were partner at that time, or?
No. I joined as an analyst in the knowledge wing. Then I became an analyst. Then I went to ISB in between. Then I came back. So I was getting to partner, and there was a decision to be made saying, partner बन के फिर 5 साल नहीं लगाओ तो फायदा नहीं है, because your real money etc gets made when you're tenured partner. And I was like, look, I'm doing the same thing again and again. It's just being called by different names, right? You're getting a different title, but you're doing the same thing. And it was tough because I was doing very well, right?
And also pay is more than 28,000 now, I'm assuming.
Pay was more than 28,000 at that point, yes, for sure. But look, in hindsight, McKinsey gave me 2 or 3 things which are solid, right? As a toolkit, which is problem solving, facing ambiguity anytime and not getting deterred by it, right? And reasonable amount of training on communication. इतना घिसाते हैं ना, आप 14 घंटे डेक बनाते हो, वो एक डॉक्यूमेंट लिखते हो, उसको फिर पार्टनर को 5 बार चेंज कराता है, वो फिर वो it is excruciatingly painful what you go through, right? मतलब कोई मार्जिन ही नहीं है कि वो छोड़ देंगे आपको, कि कोई सब ऑप्टिमल काम करके आप निकल जाओगे, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता, राइट? अब वो बाहर की दुनिया को जैसा भी लगे, बिकॉज कंटेंट ऑल्सो द मोस्ट लैम्पोन्ड वैरायटी, राइट? सिंग आप लोग करते क्या हो, मतलब मेरी घड़ी से मेरे कोई टाइम बताते, वो सब आई नो ऑल द जोक्स, राइट? बट द रियलिटी इज द इंटरनल ग्राइंड इज इंटेंस, right? But what you completely miss in that environment are 3 things. One is you have no idea how the real world operates in terms of public policy, government. Like look at what happened to gaming today, right? Now this kind of thing you don't even understand कि ये चलता कैसे, right? Second thing is you have no idea how to work with a wide range of people, right? Because best case is I am a gold medalist, worst case is I am a rank 8, right? उसके बीच में आपकी सारी टीम है, राइट? तो आप वहाँ पे क्या ही वैरायटी खोज लोगे और कितना ही डिस्टॉर्शन आ जाएगा, सब ड्रिवन है, किसी को मोटिवेट करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, राइट? वो खुद ही मतलब सुबह से 6 बजे बंदा पूछ रहा है आपसे, सर कोई काम हो तो बताइए, काम हो तो बताइए, उसको बोलना मतलब 9 बजे तक रुक जाएगा, मैं बताता हूँ, इतने हाइपर हैं लोग, राइट? तो वहाँ पे आपको ये सब कोई ज़रूरत ही नहीं पड़ती थी कि किसी को मोटिवेट कैसे करना है, ये सब लेसन होते ही नहीं था, वो वहाँ सिर्फ होता था किसी को ठंडा कैसे करना है, कि चिल कैसे करना है, छोड़ ना दे, मतलब वर्कआउट बर्नआउट ना हो जाए खुद ही, राइट? ऐसे टाइप के लोग होते थे सब, रियल दुनिया में ऐसा होते ही नहीं है, तो वो सब R&R करो, मोटिवेट करो, ये करो, वो करो, मम्मी के बारे में पूछो, आंटी के बारे में पूछो, उसके कुत्ते के बारे में पूछो, ये सब कुछ नहीं आता था, राइट? बिकॉज कभी किया ही नहीं, एंड इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. I'm joking about it, but it's important because people have different motivations. People come with very different bands. Like today I handle 4 lakh delivery partners.
Wow.
99% of whom, 95% of whom are undergrad, are not even graduates, but are very driven people in their own way. 2 people coming straight out of again the same IMA gold medal is also joining now. So that range is very different from what you learn. And third thing is you don't understand PR at all, because the only PR we were taught in McKinsey was if PR, anybody calls you, please direct them to pr@mckinsey.com, right? That was the only training we got for 10 years, saying don't speak, right? There was no public speaking at all, right? It was only presentations. So it is, and finally I will say, you don't, unless and until you run a P&L or do a real job, you don't know what it feels like to be able to sleep well at night, knowing कि कल quarterly result निकल रहा है, and you still should have the ability to sleep well,
Yeah.
right? And not have that anxiety. It's easier said than done, right? Those are just not happening in the consulting world, and I'm glad. I think I made the move for the wrong reason, where I was impetuous a little bit, but I'm glad I did. In fact, जो को मैंने गलतियाँ की हैं ना, वो मेरे को hindsight में लगा सबसे अच्छी गलती यही हुई थी जो मैंने उस समय की थी. क्योंकि वो नहीं हो तो फिर रह जाते वहीं पे
Yeah.
और 10 साल.
And Max, then why did you pick Max and like
Max client था, so they had approached, and Max में I've done two very extreme fun things in Max. One was I set up luxury wine and luxury tourism hotels business in South Africa for Analjeet.
Wow.
So, which was $1,000 a night hotels. जहाँ पे मेरे को ऑलमोस्ट पैल्पिटेशन हो जाता था, क्योंकि वो कारपेट बेचने आते थे लोग वो उस होटल के लिए. बोलते थे ये $400 पर स्क्वायर फीट का कारपेट है, Analjeet will get excited about it. My job was to contain him in cost, right? So he'll say it's Morocco and you don't understand. I said sir Morocco मैप में क्या है मेरे को पता नहीं है, right? मैं कारपेट कैसे समझूंगा वहाँ का, बट महंगा है ये पता है मेरे को, और इसका कोई मतलब दिखता तो वैसे ही है, राइट, जैसे सारे कारपेट दिखते हैं. So that was a fascinating experience of just living that life, right? And
So
I bought a wine company there, which is I realized the business of wine, how snooty and how artificial it is. But I can talk about it. But वो जो sniff करते हैं ना, 90% लोगों को कुछ पता नहीं होता क्या sniff कर रहे हैं वो.
So basically, you went from boardrooms to like super luxury.
Super luxury, and there, and it was
Private jets.
Franschhoek is a place with 15,000 people, and there we were setting it up. The entire town knew us. It was quite fascinating, and there I landed straight into running Max hospitals, because the CEO had quit, and Analjeet called me one day saying कि take the evening flight and come back. And next day I was like sitting there, ऐसा आपके 10 की करना है, तो उसे बोली अस्पताल की चेनें चलानी कल से. Like, anyway, we went in, we had a good run. We sold it to KKR at $1 billion plus that asset, 5 years. But I think running hospitals was a very, very steep learning curve. It was operationally incredibly complex business, morally very challenging business to handle. Consumer perceptions, doctor perceptions are very, very challenging to understand. I have deep understanding of it now and deep empathy. Like one thing I can state you for the room, because we don't hear it often enough. We are blessed with private healthcare the way we have it. I know you will find a lot of criticism outside, but this is the cheapest private healthcare in the world and one of the best high quality ones.
No, I totally agree. I mean, if you go to US, that's the difference between here and US. But so Max, mein, like, what were some of the because again, almost like a startup for you. So complexities and dealing with people, and how did you navigate all that?
No, I enjoyed it because see, I was an outsider in that world, right? And so I had no baggage. I had no perception of डॉक्टर अच्छे हैं, बुरे हैं, भगवान नहीं है. बिकॉज इंडिया में या तो डॉक्टर भगवान है या एकदम बुरा है, बीचों बीच कुछ है ही नहीं. पर वो पहले तो इंसान है, राइट? उसके भी बच्चे होते हैं, उसको भी स्कूल जाना होता है, उसके बच्चे भी वही मेट्रो में रहना चाहते हैं. हम बोलते हैं डॉक्टर्स गांव में क्यों नहीं जाते? आप गांव में क्यों नहीं जाते? आप भी तो जाओ. तो उसके भी बच्चे हैं, उसको भी अच्छे स्कूल में पढ़ना है, उसको भी शाम को पिक्चर देखने जाना है, उसको भी कोरम में आके बैठना है, राइट? कहाँ है कोरम? जबलपुर में या कहाँ पे? जबलपुर बहुत बड़ा है खैर. So anyway, there are a lot of dichotomies I picked up, but the one thing which helped me was my extreme data orientation. I'll give you an example. CSEC होना चाहिए नहीं होना चाहिए, right? Everybody's opinion, right? Now it's a very controversial topic also, right? Some people believe that it's done for money, some people believe, but that one thing I realized that actually CSEX is done often because it is the only predictable outcome in a gynae's life. आप सोचो आप एक गायनी हो, राइट? और आपको हर दिन बैठे रहना है, कहीं छुट्टी भी नहीं. आप जस्ट इमेजिन योर गायनी इज ऑन वेकेशन व्हेन यू आर डिलीवरिंग. पिक्चर दिस, यू विल बी फ्यूरियस. आपका तो एक या दो बच्चे होंगे, पर उसको तो 300 बच्चे पैदा करने साल में, राइट? अब वो फिर वेकेशन में जा ही नहीं सकती, वो अपने घर में किसी शादी में नहीं आ सकती, राइट? सो CSEC becomes a very predictable way of dealing with the situation, often enough, right? That was my subconscious learning. Nobody states it like this, but if you ask questions enough, you realize कि अच्छा subconscious motivation often enough is this, right? But the thing is, I went and said कि dashboard it. So for example, every pregnancy, depending on your age, depending on your previous pregnancy, because multiple factors which are multivariate, can be classified into risk profiles. And certain risk profiles should go for CSEC actually. Just to assume that everything normal is good is not a great idea because it also risks the woman's health at times, right? So, but there is a reasonable science involved where you can dashboard it and predictably do this, which takes away this. And regarding money, I made a change. I actually used to pay more for normal to the doctors. I said, ये वाला अगर motivation तो निकाल देते हैं ना, इसको देख लेते हैं करके. तो for every normal delivery, paid a higher share to the doctor. उससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा. And then I realized that my common understanding of the situation has nothing to do with reality here. Motivations are different, issues are different. बट आप बाहर की दुनिया में जाकर पूछोगे तो आपको सब हमेशा ये लगेगा कि सीसेक इसलिए ज़्यादा होता है क्योंकि डॉक्टर को पैसे ज़्यादा मिलते हैं.
Fair point.
है ना? सो इस तरह के 50 एग्जाम्पल ले सकता हूँ मैं, बट आई थिंक आई एंजॉयड दैट पार्ट द मोस्ट वेयर आई कुड गो इन प्लेन फर्स्ट प्रिंसिपल डेटा बैक्ड.
And you can see the results.
And I see the result. And look, last point I'll make and then we can skip to the next topic. अगर डॉक्टर प्रेस्क्राइब करे टेस्ट तो मुश्किल, ना करे तो मुश्किल. We are one of the least test prescribed nations in the world. Okay? अगर टेस्ट प्रेस्क्राइब करे और उसमें कुछ नहीं निकला तो इंडिया में तो आप बोल दोगे फालतू में टेस्ट करा लिया. जैसे कि खुशी होती है आपको कुछ निकला था उसमें तो. ये कैसा कि पैसे यहाँ भी पैसे वसूली चाहिए कि ब्लड टेस्ट कराया तो कुछ तो निकले, नहीं तो क्या फायदा हुआ.
Value for money.
हाँ, ये कैसा VFM है, राइट? हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस मेरा बेकार हो गया, लास्ट ईयर कुछ हुआ ही नहीं. दिस इज रियल रिस्पॉन्स, आई एम नॉट किडिंग. दीज आर रियल कंज्यूमर रिस्पॉन्सेज saying health insurance is useless because last year nobody claimed it in the family, right? You will be surprised how value for money we are, right, on these matters, right? और अगर नहीं करे और कुछ निकल आए तो बोले कॉम्पिटेंट ही नहीं है, इसको तो ये टेस्ट कराना चाहिए था, राइट? तो व्हाट विल द डॉक्टर डिफॉल्ट टू? इन द वेस्ट तो लीगल लायबिलिटी इतनी हाई है तो वो तो सोचते ही नहीं है. वो तो बोलते हैं आपको, आप जुकाम लेकर जाओगे वो 17 टेस्ट पकड़ा देंगे क्योंकि पता नहीं कौन सी एलर्जी हो आपको, राइट? बोले उससे अच्छा आप हम मेरी तो डिफेंस हो गई लीगल क्योंकि आप ही केस कर दोगे आके मेरे ऊपर यूएस में तो, राइट? तो यहाँ पे वो उसको जजमेंट लेना पड़ता है बिकॉज the doctor also realizes that if he becomes too expensive or she becomes too expensive, the patient has an issue, right? इतना realization है और नहीं करो तो मुश्किल. So these are very complex topics and I think I never comment on this in even in startup forums. Healthcare पे चालू हो जाता है कभी-कभी. I am the quietest person in the room there because WhatsApp पे ये सब issues deal ही नहीं हो सकते. इतने nuances हैं इसमें.
A lot of sensitivity obviously around it.
Sensitivity and nuances. Now, if you don't want to engage in a L1, L2 discussion, there's no point in having the discussion.
Yeah.
With the jingoism है उसके बिना तो.
So उसके बाद आपने फिर interesting pivot मार दिया, होटल बेचने लगे. तो मतलब you joined over. That was quite a मतलब from healthcare to you know going into
Hotel बेचने लगे. I think that sounds like.
मतलब hotel rooms.
No. So actually, I joined. I was early 40s and. I was very clear something happening in the tech world. So I had a choice when I was leaving Max because sold to KKR. I had an offer to go and become the CEO of a public listed company that time, healthcare mein, pretty large one. But I realized that means I'm handling 3,000 doctors. From here on, I'll go and handle 6,000 doctors. It didn't excite me from a learning standpoint, right? I said nothing will change except a title and a bigger cabin and maybe I don't know something like that, which never fascinates me, right? I find it. हाँ मतलब 3 साल बाद कुछ तो नया आना चाहिए ना, नहीं तो क्या फ़ायदा करके. And consumer tech, where things were happening. There was Swiggy coming up, there was Uber coming up, Ola coming up, bunch of companies.
Which year was this?
17-ish.
17.
Right? Because the KKR decision was done, I was waiting for the transaction to complete. So I had processing time also that time. And I was very clear that this is my last shot at consumer tech. I was very मेरे को जाना है यहाँ पे. But I did not have appetite for a seed, Series A kind of risk profile because salary is the biggest cocaine in the world, right? Once you have it, very hard drug to get off, right? And the comfort it gives you is the 30th ka check is your biggest cocaine that you are on, right? Very hard to leave, and founders who actually go and start leaving it, I have a lot of respect for them, right? But I went with a simple filter of saying which are the 5 or 6 companies which have some track record of taking in people from the industry and being sane about it. Right? Because I was not like 28, 30 that I can go in and just, try 6 months and try 6 months. So at least कुछ होना चाहिए. उसमें 5 कंपनी की शॉर्ट लिस्ट की थी मैंने. Oyo and Swiggy were both in the list. right? Because Oyo, if you remember, Abhinav had joined early. He was a partner at BCG. Maninder had come in from Lightspeed. There was other people I knew from industry who had come in.
A lot of consulting
Fantastic
people.
team, actually.
Yeah,
I think one
yeah.
of the most talent-dense organizations I had ever joined. I would even rate some part better talent pool than McKinsey, right? Just from a sheer horsepower standpoint. And you see how many of them are doing well outside even today and inside both places. So I joined to create all the new businesses.
Okay.
So I bought Innovate, which is Ritesh
Yeah,
Malik's
yeah.
co-working company. I started student living. I started co-living. So I was supposed to do that. Then 6-7 months into the job, there was a consolidation where there were 3 CEOs in India. There was Weddings ka Sandeep Lodha, which was the acquisition, who now
He said hello
heads
to you
Condé
by the way.
Nast, right? And there was Aditya, who was leading. Yeah, Aditya was leading the main business. Aditya moved to the board, and I took over as head of India. Then 3 months later, Southeast Asia came. Then 2 months later, I also took charge as global CMO, right? 2 or maybe 3 months later, sometime. And then I took charge of COVID. And all titles became irrelevant. You were basically a face on a Zoom box, trying to manage.
Then that time, I think OA was just flying, right? Matlab, I remember it was like
Yeah. यार
मतलब
मेरे को ना
expansion
एक
everywhere.
जॉब ऐसा करना है जहाँ पे वो फेज आता है ना कि बोलते हैं कि बेटा जी ले जा सिमरन जी ले अपनी ज़िंदगी कर बर्न पैसा वो मिला ही नहीं आज तक वो किस्मत ही नहीं किस्मत ख़राब है मेरी राइट आई एम ऑलवेज द गाय हु कम्स इन पोस्ट दैट राइट वो इंटरमिशन के बाद ही आता हूँ मैं राइट तो नहीं ऐसा नहीं था आई केम इन आफ्टर द वीवर्क डिबैकल द S1 if you remember the S1 got filed in August 19 when the world crashed because
But that time OA was valued at 10 billion, right? Somewhere that time.
last round, the Sequoia and Lightspeed round had happened. It was at 10.5 billion. I think just thereabouts. Yeah.
So I think that was I think it was the heights of OYO, right? At that point.
Oh, I
would
think
say.
the heights are now actually also because the company is doing very well now, profitable, doing well. So I don't know what you want to call the heights fundraise or the actual
very
company
good.
where it is.
Very good point.
And I think yeah, but I learned a lot. You know, COVID में company.
But the pace, I'm saying the pace must have been pretty crazy, right? Matlab, in terms of execution, expansion. Because I know China also they were opening. Europe, US में they bought that hotel, right? कौन सा था वो? Some hotel.
Europe was vacation homes purchased from a private equity company, which actually turned out to be a very good asset. Still is a very good asset. I think it generates a lot of EBITDA for the company. Yeah, but pace is okay. Pace तो मतलब what you make it out to be. Yeah. That is I have views on that which will come later. In general, not on oil pace, but in general on this whole pace hustle. सब थोड़ा सा.
But just can you dwell a little bit in that because must be like different geographies. How were you? You know, you became CMO. Matlab,
Yeah, it was very bizarre.
was-
Yeah, because more than the CMO role, I was running Indonesia, Malaysia, without having the ability to go there and even meet the team once, because it was COVID, so there was travel was banned, and I think 3-4 चीजें हुई उस time पे. One is there was literally no playbook. Nobody could go and ask to say COVID में company कैसे चलाते हैं, right? Because everybody after Spanish flu ऐसी situation आई नहीं थी, right? So nobody knew, nobody had any answer what to do, and the only answer I got to was in uncertainty reduced feedback loops. To give an example, लोगों ने मई में बोला मेरे को तो एक पिक्चर की तरह याद है इतना ज़्यादा विविड है मेरे दिमाग में ये सब चीज़ें मई में वो हमने जो मार्च 23 को लॉकडाउन हुआ फिर वो पहले 1 हफ्ते के लिए था फिर 2 हफ्ता हुआ फिर 3 हफ्ता हुआ बढ़ते बढ़ते चला गया राइट मई में लोगों ने बोला ट्रैवल तो अब अगले फ्यू ईयर्स तक कोई नहीं करने वाला है राइट ट्रैवल इज़ गॉन एंड जुलाई 8 गवर्नमेंट अलाउड तो उस समय तो हमने बहुत हाथ पैर मारे क्योंकि आई वेंट आउट एंड से अल्टरनेटिव यूज केस जितने हैं सो वंदे भारत फॉर एग्जाम्पल रिमेंबर द सिटीजन्स आर कमिंग बैक टू इंडिया एंड दे नीडेड अ 10 or 14 day quarantine before they could go home as per we took 75% of the market right because हम तो खड़े हो गए थे एयरपोर्ट के बाहर जा करके and we were like Taj was selling at some 2 lakh ka package or something we were selling a package of 30,000 and people were coming many from blue collar from Middle East and other places for them 2 lakh was completely unaffordable right but 30,000 still made sense so we took like a bulk of that market we went to film production because they were allowed to produce films We did work with Netflix. So model पूरा change कर दिया था वो 3 महीने. We opened like hundreds of quarantine centers. जिस state government को चाहिए था, जहाँ भी चाहिए था, चालू कर दिया. एक तो I think it was the right thing to do by the society. B, it gave us some cash flow, right, to run stuff. We did like a maximum amount of movies, because movies they were allowed in a bubble where the cast crew everybody had to go in, stay in one location for 2.5 months, every day get screened, shoot and come back to same location. They couldn't go, like everybody in the crew, right from the film actor to the
Even cricketers used to.
yeah. So we did that, and July 8th government allowed hotels to open again, and it was quite a fascinating because suddenly team sprung into action, consumer campaign ये वो, and I asked the question, हम में से कौन रहने वाला है जाके कल? तो there was pin drop silence, and there was fear. There was no vaccine. उस समय कुछ नहीं था. So I remember I got television crews in, and I checked into the first Oyo in Gurgaon, the first day it opened, and I got it covered on media, and that was more for internal than external actually.
Yeah.
Because I said, यार अगर हम खुद नहीं रहना चाहेंगे, and then how do I ask my consumers to come and actually stay if we are not convinced of our own product at this point in time, right? So it was then May June में सबने बोला travel वापस ही नहीं आएगा. I was very clear because I had reduced the consumer surveys to weekly by then, because patterns were changing by the week. July end में I was clear कि जिस दिन बसें चालू हो गई, ट्रेन चालू हो गई, लोग एकदम थक गए, वो भर के आएंगे. And that's exactly what happened in October. October, if you remember, and I don't know, right thing happened, wrong thing happened, because some of it led back to the relapse of the virus also.
Second wave.
You remember they opened the hills and everything with a certificate, right? And people were out like crazy, right? So shorter feedback loops. Second, it allowed you to take decisions you will never take in normal environment.
Yeah.
Because there was a license to fix. And as they say, never lose a good crisis. I think that is absolutely true, whether in personal life, whether in business. If you're in a crisis, use it well, right? It is absolutely, because the world also allows you to learn. ना बोलते हैं बेचारे के साथ बुरा वक्त चल रहा है, करने दो जो करना है. जब अच्छा चल रहा होता है स्कूटनी होती है आपके ऊपर सारी, कि अच्छा ऐसे कैसे कर दिया, गाड़ी कैसे खरीद ली, घर कैसे खरीद लिया. जब बुरा वक्त चल रहा होता है बोलते ठीक है बेचारा, कोई तो ठीक है, अच्छा है, सर्वाइव करने के लिए कुछ कर रहा है, करने दो.
Travel took major hit. Rajesh is on board of Ixigo. I used to be that time. It went zero, and from there he has gone IPO. So it's amazing stories. So after that, I think so. And just then you decided to go to Swiggy at some after, which was 21, 22.
22. I did not decide. They decided to hire me.
Okay, fine.
Actually, their decision, not mine.
Yeah. So how did that happen? Like you were not looking out, so they were.
I was looking out. I was
Achha.
I was at a phase where I think I'd done this stint. I was in sort of a garden leave situation, and not looking out desperately. In fact, but I was meeting people and all. And then Harsha reached out, and I think I learned how to recruit from that process. Right, I had, I don't know, 10 2-hour-long meetings. I think they ref checked everyone except my dog, right? If the dog could speak, they would have asked him question, "Ye aadmi kaisa hai," right? And I was later realized there was some 200-page dossier of ref checks, right? So they had gone to everyone. Yaar. People started calling me, like, "I worked with you 20 years back." He said, "एक phone आया था तो 20 साल हो गए काम किए थे साथ." He said, "No, they want to know how you were like that time when you were associated with McKinsey and all that." So that was fascinating for me, and now I do it exact same way, because I know the power of ref checks and how useless interviews generally are. So yeah, but that was a big learning. But it was an intense process, yeah.
Interesting. And Swiggy, when you were there, उस time क्या situation थी, क्या हो रहा था?
No, so
Very
I
different now.
think again I had come in where in food we are still losing money, right? And within 6 months we turned the food were profitable. Then Dine Out was a company we had acquired from Times, and that came to me. So Swiggy, I started with food delivery. Now then Dine Out came. Then the logistics network came, which is by that we mean all the riders you see on the street. That organization, which is about 4 lakh riders, that vertical came. Then बेसिकली देन आई रियलाइज कि हर्षा को जो नहीं करना था उसने मेरे को दे दिया. पब्लिक पॉलिसी, GR, ब्रांड, PR, ये वो जो भी उसको वन माइनस करना था ना.
Yeah, and he's
To
a very,
focus on all the fun stuff that he wants to do.
but he's a very different personality, right? If than you in
Yeah,
terms
yeah.
of.
Very, very different, very intense, very extremely. I think I've learned from him what consumer orientation really means. I thought I knew, but I work with Harsha, I realized कि no, मेरे को कुछ नहीं आता था, right? Genuine obsession with consumer, understanding consumers, serving them well, almost maniacal, right? And I talk about that. Like for example, if I have a quarterly EBITDA miss ना, वो कुछ नहीं, वो एक हफ्ते बाद कभी पूछ लेगा 5 मिनट के लिए, right? But if something blows up on the consumer side, वो 12 बजे रात से मेरे को मतलब सुबह 6 बजे तक, right?
Example in the sense consumer side में जैसे.
Like for example, कोई किसी की बर्थडे पे केक खराब हो गया, right? Now we do, to be fair, we do like what 100 crore transactions a year, right? That we, no, not for cakes, overall. उसमें आप 2% भी लगा लो तो it's a very large number, right? Now at some level, at a platform like this style, you can say होता है, क्या कर सकते हैं? But that I think is not the mindset, right? I think just trying to understand deeply, and look, we are a very fascinating company where I say we serve from Dharavi to Antela, right? And we serve from the 13-year-old to the 80-year-old, right? It is a very different problem statement to even understand that many income stratas and that many age profiles and 700 towns, cut that across 700 towns, right? So even to understand कि consumer के बारे में सोचना कैसे है, who is the consumer? Like if I ask you pretty much, I don't really need to ask. 100% of this room is a food delivery customer, right? Of some nature. कभी ना कभी तो use किया होगा, चाहे frequent हो चाहे नहीं हो, right? So
Everybody uses Swiggy. Oh.
food delivery तो हो गई.
हाँ,
मतलब,
Instamart.
yeah. So yeah, I think
So Instamart was there when you came, or it was?
it was just started. In fact, Instamart is started quick commerce in India. It was a year old, a very different scale, but still in very fledgling state at that point, still being experimented upon a lot more, still being experimented today also. That never stops. But yeah, it had started.
So so on the food business, and obviously run up to the IPO, like what were some of the challenges? What were you fixing? And by the way, we never hear, and you manage like 4 lakh blue collar worker. I have not heard at least कि there is a rage, there is them asking for more salary or whatever. How does it work? Like, I mean, आपके दिमाग में होगा, हमें, for me it's very fascinating, right? The whole machinery kind of works.
So let me talk about that, because first, and I'll come to some other parts. See, because the delivery partner, we have probably about 12 to 13, 14 lakh who have worked with at some point, and at any point in time, quarterly active is about 4 lakh, thereabouts. And we have a lot of misconceptions about who we call them gig workers. We think they're one monolithic entity, right? Now, I'll talk about a few sort of interesting things which you may not intuitively understand when you receive the delivery, right? One, there's nothing called one types. There's 6 types, 5 or 6 types. First is the transient worker. So, Bombay में 40,000 आदमी आता है रोज ट्रेन से, बसों से, 500 रुपए जेब में और दिल में उम्मीद, बस उसको पता नहीं है उसका. न्यू पीपल, चाचा का लड़का रहता है, मामा का लड़का रहता है, किसी ने बुला लिया है, गांव से किसी ने भेज दिया है, कुछ सुन के पहुंच गया है, राइट? सो दे कम टुडे, इट्स अ 25 किलोमीटर स्पीड के नीचे का ईवी, and they have Aadhaar card. You don't need a license for that because it's treated like a cycle. If it's an EV below 25 kilometer speed, right? They start earning immediately. It takes a 1 hour to learn how to deliver, exactly 1 hour. So you can start earning in 2 hours time, right? And outside the station, there is an ecosystem where आपको bike भी मिल जाएगी किराए पे 100 रुपए दिन का, right? So the whole ecosystem is evolved. So that's a transient worker who actually 3 months later is not doing gig at all. He or she has settled down into, let's say, a job in a shop or somebody's home, or gone back because they didn't like Bombay. And what I'm talking about Bombay can be any city in India, practically, right? So that's a large population who just comes as a transient worker. The second is students. Now, in Delhi, Bombay, NCR, we won't find students doing this job because frankly, labor is still not appreciated in India. वो जब हमारे बच्चे बाहर जाते हैं तो हमको बोलते हैं मैकडॉनल्ड्स में सफाई कर लेना. इंडिया में मैकडॉनल्ड्स पे दिख जाएंगे तो थोड़ा मुश्किल हो जाएगी हमको, right? We are a little hypocritical that way, right? But in tier 2, tier 3 if you go, right, you'll find a lot of students earning through this method for three things. One is they are just supplementing their education because the parents don't have enough to fund it. Second is they want some extra tuitions or something. Third is typically boys earning money to take their girlfriends out, right? It's pocket money, and that money is not being funded, and they just do some gig to earn that 300, 400 rupees to go for a movie or whatever they want to do, right? That's a pretty decent 15-20% chunk, right? You go to a town like Bardhaman, you go to a town, tier 2, tier 3 town, chances are 1 out of 5 will be a student, especially in the evening hours, once the college is over. Third is the shock absorber. We are the shock absorber of the economy. I'll explain. See, when mass unemployment happens or large companies sack people, we get headlines saying so and so let off so many people. But in India, in the informal sector, the following one line is the equivalent of talak, talak, talak. Kal se mat aana. Right? We tell this to our maids, our drivers, with absolutely no impunity thinking whatsoever. दुकान में झगड़ा हो गया मालिक से, जबान लड़ाता है, कल से मत आना, कल से दिखना नहीं चाहिए हमें तो. Have you heard it? Heard it? No, कहाँ जाता है अगले दिन? उसके घर में बच्चा है, उसका रेंट चल रहा है, right? हम सोचते ही नहीं है. And this happens at massive scale. Just imagine the amount of informal employment in the country and what happens when this happens. That person has absolutely no shock absorber. कोई पेंशन नहीं है, कोई इंश्योरेंस नहीं, कुछ नहीं है, वो जाके घर पे बैठ गया, राइट? तो वो आ जाता है till they find another employment. This may not be the preferred employment also. I'm not claiming it's the preferred employment for everyone, right? Fourth type is the income maximizer. जिनके लिए I feel a lot. Frankly, those are superhumans. Security guard for 8 hours, 10 hours, then doing another shift and primarily behaving like a typical Indian parent. बच्चों की पढ़ाई के लिए. It is insane, the motivation to educate kids. And these are people who have not had education themselves. Wow. A lot of times, right? They are doing double duties. And they are what we call income maximizers. They're trying to maximize their income to generate that extra 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees, 5,000 rupees, right? And last is the 30%, which is what we actually understand as permanent, like who have settled down in life, saying कि यही करना है हमको. चाहे वो they may change companies, keep changing platforms and companies, but they largely have been doing this for 5-6 years. They like it, and the primary reason they like it is not so much only the money, but one thing they say is that we can switch off the app and go to sleep. Nobody can tell us anything. या मेरे बहन की शादी है तो मेरे को छुट्टी लेने की जरूरत नहीं है, मैं अपना मालिक हूँ, right? So I think the whole gig work is a very complicated, evolved social reflection of what India is and not just what we have created. And hence the policies that need to happen there, like for example, people say PF होना चाहिए. 26 साल का है वो, उसका 1% TDS काट के दिखाओ, उसको कैश चाहिए हाथ में, right? वो कब 58 में रिटायर करेगा, उसको क्या बोलोगे आप 32 साल के लिए पैसे आपके रख रहे हैं, मारने आएगा आपको. मतलब genuinely बताओ, it's not easy because they want cash in hand, right? So I think PF is a great thing for many people, but who have chosen a certain life, who want a certain day, they want cash in hand mostly. But what they miss and what we're trying to build for them is what I call emergency funding. It could be a medical reason, bike खरीदनी है, बहन की शादी है, घर पे बच्चा बीमार है, कुछ भी हुआ है, right? And this is not much. This is 15,000, 20,000, 25,000 amounts in that range, which now we are building through financial partners. right? As a ability for them to take it and for us to start extending. Insurance anyway we've been giving for last 10 years, so that is available as long as they work on the platform. But yeah, it's a complex topic. I think it's a single largest probably employment generation happening in India, right, and in front of us, right? There are across platforms must be what 1.5 million people right now. By employment statistics, we should be in the top 5 employment generator in the country today.
Wow.
Right. There's railways, there's army, there is probably 1 or 2 more private institutions will rank above us. But the way it's growing, we hire like 50, 60,000 people a week.
Wow.
Right. We are India's largest recruiting machine. Right. So it's quite insane. I think there's a capability hidden there in just recruiting, which is completely wild. I think recruiting 2.5 lakh people a month is not non-trivial.
Wow. Insane numbers. Even I didn't think of it in that detail and depth. So amazing. Thanks for that, Rohit. So, I mean, for employing so many people. So just kind of switching now on the customer side a bit, is like, how are the preferences changing now? What's happening in the food industry? Are people, there's obviously a big health drive. Are you seeing कि अभी भी छोले भटूरे वो तो बिकेंगे ही, but is there any changes happening that you see fundamentally on the platform?
So on health, let me say that 2nd January it starts climbing. Health, food as per proportion of food. 15 January it plateaus. 17 comes back to normal. Right? 1st January क्यों नहीं होता? क्योंकि लोग हैंगओवर से सो रहे होते हैं. Right? तो उस दिन थोड़ा इंडल्ज करते हैं, बोलते हैं जो कसमें खाई हैं वो कल से चालू करेंगे. राइट? तो 2 तारीख से दिखता है, डेटा में दिखता है हमको. एक्चुअली आई एम नॉट किडिंग. राइट? But the 2 trends which are, I'm just talking as a consumer market, I have no judgment on what people should eat and not, they should not eat, right? The 2 trends which are unmistakable and large are sugar-free and protein, right? At least in metro urban India, right? Rest everything is muted, right? Chole bhature bik rahe hain, biryani bik rahi hai. But I'll tell you, from a consumer standpoint, I don't even think of the business in this fashion. Interestingly, all 3 businesses that we run, which is food, dine out, and the grocery and F&B part of Instamart. I'm not talking about the e-commerce part, which is a new addition, is being driven by 2 fundamental changes happening in society, right? One is, what is the role of the kitchen in the Indian household, right? Because food delivery is a replacement for a kitchen meal. Dining out is a replacement for a kitchen meal. Grocery, how you buy it, is a addition to the kitchen or subtraction from the kitchen, right? And second is, what is the role of women in society, in the household and society, right? Everything in my world is changing with these 2 forces at play. Just to give you a simple, and I'll give you the 2 extremes that I see, and every other data line point in that line is also available in India. In Bangalore, right? People have started making homes with smaller kitchens, especially apartments. There was a trend for larger kitchens, remember? Like open kitchen hona chahiye, bada kitchen hona chahiye. I think it's already reversing in Bangalore, parts of Bangalore. Especially the double income, 1 dog families, right, are clearly not cooking at all. We know it from our data because we are showing up 200 times a week sometimes.
Wow.
In some of these households. They are like ordering nimbu and then ordering paneer and then ordering this and then ordering that. It's almost like Ramu. Ye le aana, right? Acha ye bhul gaya, ab ye le aana. Acha ye bhul gaya, ab ye le aana. It's a small percentage, but there are absolutely, we are seeing the Singaporeization of Singapore. Mein 65% people meals don't happen at home.
Correct.
Kitchens only operate on Sundays mostly. So definitely happening, without a doubt. खाना बन रहा है for Instagram. हम मिलके पास्ता बनाएंगे, वो पास्ता का पास्ता भी उबला हुआ आ जाए, सब्जी भी कटी हुई आ जाए, सॉस भी बनी हुई आ जाए, उसको मिक्स करेंगे, फिर लगाएंगे, फिर बोलेंगे व्हाट अ वंडरफुल टाइम कुकिंग अ मील विद ईच अदर, राइट? और उसकी 3-4 फोटो लेंगे, ऐसे लाइट वाइट लगेगा, फिर वो दैट वर्ल्ड इज रियल. ओके, स्मॉल, वेरी स्मॉल, बट रियल. रीजन इज द वुमन देयर is saying my identity is no longer linked to the kitchen. Okay, I'll give you my own family example, which is the best way for me to understand it. My mom is 84. She lives in Calcutta. I go there, and she'll still want to cook that aloo paratha for me at the age of 84. And her day is made if I say, इससे बढ़िया तो कोई बना ही नहीं सकता, right? She'll beam for the next 2 days. Because her identity was linked to provision for the family with the kitchen, whether we appreciated her or not, is a mood swinger for her and has been forever. Look, you remember the classic Indian movies ki, you know, dal mein namak phir se zyada hai, and the lady goes into like a turmoil because the guy had found like salt, extra salt in the आज के दिन में किसी लड़की का वो बोलेगा खाओ मरो जो करना करो तुम मत खाओ घर जाओ, right? Some gali will happen there, right? But there in the movies you see the woman will get disturbed and all that. That identity was so linked to that perfect meal, perfect kitchen, perfect household, etc. Right? My daughter is 13. She visits the kitchen like it's a museum. Right? अच्छा इसमें bread बनती है, nice. अच्छा इसमें ये होता है, very nice. Right? I don't think she is going to cook a meal ever.
Interesting.
मतलब वो भी ऐसे ही बनाएगी, कभी शौक हो गया तो उसको इंस्टाग्राम टाइप कुछ बना लेगी, कभी कि फोटो वोटो डालनी हो गई, कभी फोमो हो गया तो कर सकती है, राइट? पर उसके अलावा तो वो नहीं करने वाली, बिकॉज उसका आइडेंटिटी है ही नहीं लिंक्ड उससे, राइट? सो इंडिया इज ऑपरेटिंग इन दीज टू एक्सट्रीम्स राइट नाउ.
Interesting.
So the Bangalore is one extreme, and but the desire for the Indian woman to convert all her obligations into choice is real. This I am stating emphatically. I have traveled to 70 towns in this country, right? I am not speaking stuff I have read. I am speaking stuff I have gone into households, spoken and asked. I'll give you examples. Let's take Jhansi. वहाँ पे मैं डायरेक्ट अटैक नहीं कर सकता कि आप बाहर से खाना मंगाओ वो ज़्यादा अच्छा है, राइट? वहाँ पे परमिजिबिलिटी कम है अभी भी. तो अभी क्या होता है, अच्छा मेहमान आ रहे हैं, कुछ घर से बना लेते हैं, कुछ बाहर से मंगा लेते हैं. रोटी घर पे बन जाएगी, पनीर बाहर से मंगा लेते हैं.
Interesting.
करवा चौथ पे तुम थक गई होगी, खाना बाहर से मंगा लेते हैं. आज अगर सासू माँ सामने है तो दबे शब्दों में, क्योंकि वो सुन लेंगी तो बोलेंगे बेटा मेरा तो कभी ख्याल नहीं आया तुमको, मैंने भी तो बहुत बार रखे हैं, तब तो कभी नहीं बोला तुमने मेरे को, राइट? सो दैट टेंशन इज रियल, राइट? एंड आई एम नॉट जजिंग, आई डोंट जज ऑल दिस एट ऑल, राइट? आई हैव नो जजमेंट, आई जस्ट ऑब्जर्व, राइट? But and if the Sasuma is not there or the Nanad is not there, it is very open saying कि अरे यार तो बड़ी you are looking beautiful and आज बहुत सुंदर लग रही हो, आज तो मत बना, थक गई होगी, सुबह से कुछ खाया नहीं, बाहर से मंगाते हैं या बाहर चलते खाने के लिए. In fact, we watch the moon. I kid you not. Because moon जितने बजे निकलता है उसके ठीक आधे घंटे बाद हमारे ऑर्डर स्पाइक हो जाते हैं, राइट? नवरात्रों में जिस दिन खत्म होता है 12:05 पे चिकन ऑर्डर स्टार्ट फ्लाइंग. It is real. I'm sure somewhere in Punjabi Bagh somebody is sitting with a pack ready. And बार गाड़ी वाड़ी देख के 12:05 to see like अब ले आओ यार, अब जल्दी लाओ यार, बस अब ठंडा हो रहा है, मतलब जो भी है. So it is real. We see this happening in data all the time, right? So it is. I'm not making this shit up, right? It is absolutely real. And I think some of the progressive restaurant partners actually know this, and they run a little bit of a later shift during these days. Because they know कि 12 बजते ही मतलब यू नो अभी कई न्यूज़ आई थी ना कि बिहार में नवरात्र कुछ तो सावन के बाद अगले दिन 135 करोड़ का कुछ मीट बिक गया, कुछ हुआ ऐसा. देयर वाज सम न्यूज़ आइटम फ्लोटिंग अराउंड. आई एम नॉट सरप्राइज्ड, राइट? सो फंडामेंटली मैं किसी घर में आता हूँ तो मैं किचन में चला जाता हूँ. एंड इंटरेस्टिंग थिंग इन क्विक कॉमर्स, क्विक एनेक्डोट देयर is my prediction is anybody making large fridges in India, any manufacturer, should make them beautiful. Because that's the only reason they'll be useful. Fridges have started decanting in metro India. तो हमारे फ्रिज का तो fridge is a fascinating instrument in our, मतलब just to observe, is it belongs to the woman, it never belongs to the man in the house, right? Like fridge में जो freezer होता है उसमें आप बर्फ नहीं रख सकते. उसमें आपको पिछले साल का मटर, आमंड, मुल्तानी मिट्टी, फलाना, ये वो जितनी चीज़ें जो कभी काम आ सकती हैं, वो कभी कब आएगा किसी को पता नहीं है, राइट? वो उसमें भरती है. अगर वो गलती से इंसान ने बोल दिया कि मेरे वो शाम को उसके बर्फ़, तो अभी क्या है, इंस्टामार्ट पे हमने बर्फ़ सेल करना चालू कर दिया है. So the man is being liberated by Instamart. I'll tell you how.
Saving
What is a
some
man's
marriages.
worst nightmare? कि आपके 4 दोस्तों ने बोला आज चल के तेरे घर पे ड्रिंक पीते हैं और आप लेके पहुंच गए अनअनाउंस्ड और पहले तो आपको स्माइल मिलेगी उसके बाद वो 4 चले जाएंगे तो कुटाई होगी आपकी राइट कि तुमको क्या लगता है मैं इसलिए बैठी हूँ यहाँ पे तुम बिना बताए ले आओगे दिस इज अ कैरिकेचर बट यू गेट द ड्रिफ्ट राइट बट टुडे वी सेल चखना पैकेज चखना वी सेल आइस वी सेल योर ग्लास वी सेल योर प्लेट वी सेल एवरीथिंग so you can buy that and keep refilling premixes yes and these are so my own thing is consumer thing is not being shaped by technology yeah technology तो is a overlay वो तो आसान काम है every time I'm able to understand how can I liberate a woman's obligation to choice I will have business to do every time I'm able to make peace in the house because of what I do लाइक आज के दिन में डाइनिंग टेबल पे क्लासिक स्ट्रगल क्या है तुम अपने रूम में बैठ के खाते रहोगे कभी तो नीचे आ जाया करो बच्चों को इन टीयर 2 व्हाट इज हैपनिंग इज द बगावत इज रियल टिंडा एंड लॉकी के विरुद्ध बगावत चालू है एंड वी आर टू ब्लेम फॉर दैट बिकॉज जैसे ही वो बनता है द 21-year-old 20-year-old सेट कि आज तो मैं बर्गर मंगा रहा हूँ आप खाओ राइट सो देयर आर सोशल टेंशंस व्हिच आर बीइंग आल्सो सॉर्टेड आउट बाय अस एंड the more we solve for it, the more business we'll have is my sense, right? Technology will be the easier part.
Makes sense. So just dwelling, I mean, a little bit more on quick commerce, and that wave has, there a lot of investors here invested in D2C companies, D2C, the buzzword, and
D2C तो सब Amazon पे बेचते हैं, D2C कैसे हुई है?
I mean, जो आपके so basic, and I think it's a good thing because they are surviving, in my opinion, because of the quick commerce wave, and जैसे Eggo's brand है, अंडों का brand है, yeah. So a lot of them are getting created. So but at the same time, is it the offline world is getting impacted, like or is it going to go digital first? What's your thought? Like, how is this trend going to evolve, and also do you make money while this all is happening?
So look, this is the best way to understand consumer love is not hyper but repeat and retention. Quick commerce repeat retentions are crazy. I think the love for quick commerce is real, right? And the rapidity at which people have almost become a part of their life as if it always existed like this is crazy. There are households which almost behave like there's no other world ever existed. Second is the 14 to 20 is bypassing e-commerce and straight away coming to quick commerce.
Interesting.
Right? For them, it's a quick commerce first world and maybe e-commerce if I don't find something. Right? So that's a real trend. They are born digital. They have no idea what a grocery shop looks like. They have some idea of what a beauty and personal care shop looks like, but absolutely none of anything basics. So उनको तो पता ही नहीं है. And the way I always want to think about is कि 5 साल बाद जो जिस कंज्यूमर के वॉलेट में पैसा होगा उसके लिए आपने क्या बनाया है will determine your business. Simple, right? So 25 to 35 is prime earning. The other trend is I think this generation will not understand any savings.
Interesting.
Because they are not in metro urban India, they are not coming off a scarcity mindset like we did. हम अभी भी सोचते हैं कि बुरा वक्त आएगा तो क्या होगा, right? वो आइडिया ही नहीं है इनको. So the savings ratios in my sense will decline.
It's
right?
happening, yeah.
And hence the case for quick commerce and variants of quick commerce, I'm not saying quick commerce will exist the way it is today. It will change form for sure. Is solid. And India, look, I think a lot of people say 10 minute mein kyun chahiye? And there I think we follow a very strict consumer rule which says we are not interested in judging you, we are only interested in observing and serving you. Right? आपको क्यों चाहिए is a subject matter others can debate. मेरे डेटा में दिखता है आपको चाहिए तो I'll be there, right? Because I can see it in my data.
Interesting.
Right? Now, question of making money, I think the AOVs are climbing nicely, as you would have seen last reports also. It's a game of AOV and margins. The where AOVs are, I think, if the competition ceases a little bit, which it will, because sanity will prevail. I don't think profitability is that big a challenge, and at least of course I'm very constrained because we're listed, so I won't like to make any forward-looking statements there. But mathematically, at least if you read the analyst reports, and I'm not giving my house view on Swiggy, but if you take any analyst report out there, there is reasonable amount of prediction available now on path to profitability in those reports, right? Which is there. But look, it is fascinating that it's gone from 0 to a 10 billion, circa 9-10 billion category in like practically 2 years.
Yeah,
right?
massive.
And that can happen not by capital, because people say capital, but capital तो बहुत जगह डालते हैं. But consumer flywheel नहीं आती है ना जहाँ पे, वहाँ capital एकदम burn हो जाती है. यहाँ consumer flywheel एकदम real है.
Understood. Right. And for founders to use this better to sell their products, what any guidance you want to give? You
have to design for channel, right? I think the biggest mistake people make is saying कि मेरा तो product है, हर channel पे चल जाएगा. Right? Every channel has distinctive behavior and rhythm to it, and you have to be very clear. Like, say you have 20 SKUs. Please be super paranoid about understanding which 6-7 will fly on quick commerce and why. One is the kind of product you have. Second is the price point. Third is just photography matters a lot. And I still see a lot of brands putting very poor photography. It's the easiest thing to do in today's world, right? So just and देखो मैं to those founders in the room who are there right now, the queue, because quick commerce is also, remember, a pod model. It's not a true marketplace in the sense that everybody can come in at every time, right? Like for example, just to give you a sense, ice cream.
Yeah.
एक pod में कितने freezer रखेंगे? कितना भी बड़ा pod हो, क्योंकि अब आइसक्रीम के लिए तो pod नहीं बना रहे हैं. That's one of the SKUs, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000 SKUs. तो वहाँ 5 ही brands जाएंगे या 6 ही brands जाएंगे. Because whichever brand I'm keeping, I need to keep at least 10 choices for the customer. I just can't say कि A brand की vanilla है, B brand की chocolate है, C brand की pista है. Right? Doesn't work like that. So being early is important, right?
In the category.
In the category, and get in now. And to get in, if you have to sit in the offices of Q-commerce companies, please do it. Because please understand, there are 800, 900, 1,000 wait list.
Wow.
I won't even call it a wait list. It's just people trying to engage. And it is physically impossible for most companies to engage in depth and full meaning with that, with the best of intentions. Right? It's not a question of intention, it's a question of reality. Where right now this is at that stage where everybody wants to engage. Like real estate companies want to come and engage and see what they can do, which we don't know what to do, but at least, they're asking the question.
I saw Zepto news today. So.
Yeah, but I'm not commenting on that. In general, I've seen that those kind of queries also come in.
Yeah.
I have no idea what to do in that space. Yeah.
Yeah. So and in that, some interesting categories that are being created recently, because it's also two-way street, right? कि brands को आना है, or also you want to.
Interesting categories which are being fueled, I'll say.
Yeah.
One definitely is anything to do with beauty, personal care, I see. Right? Definitely gaining traction. I'm very intrigued by a product like, let's say, pimple patches. Right? I think that is just insane. How much pimple patches are being sold?
Crazy.
Right? And how many young girls are using pimple patches for something which probably cures her on its own, right? Salicylic acid है basically, और कुछ होता नहीं उसमें. But so those kind of plays, definitely, I will say, anything which is last minute is definitely like socks, underwear, umbrellas. These are categories you won't think like, why will anybody need it in 10 minutes? But just flying toys. We had a partnership with Hamleys, and we realized we solved a big issue, because if you are going to somebody's house who has a kid, and last minute you realize कि बच्चे के लिए कुछ लिया नहीं है, right? It's always a struggle. So we just categorize it by age, saying 0 to 3, 3 to 6, because we realize it's a gifting use case, basically. So वो खरीद लिया, लेके चले गए, right? What's the most interesting thing? I think homeware, basic homeware like set of 6 glasses, set of plates. Yeah, everything is the most unusual item which I thought will never sell is selling is probably air conditioners and all.
Wow,
Right.
crazy, amazing. No, I think that's phenomenal. So what I'll do is I'll just open for questions, and then you guys can ask. And I have, yeah. So while she's getting the mic, one more question. So how is it structured? It's a large organization in terms of categories. How do you?
So, business-wise, there is 3 main views, which is food, dine out, and Instamart. Food and dine out are lead. Instamart is CEO is Amitesh, and then there is something called platform innovations, which is led by one of the co-founders, Nandy. Actually, one or two I also lead, but mostly it is led by him, which is things like Crew, Snack, Ping. So those are all pre-PMF businesses where we are trying out new stuff, putting capital behind. That's a continuous pursuit.
And like non-delivery, for a district in Zomato, is there a plan to do more of that? Or?
We have scenes, but we have a very focused play on the restaurant and local, hyper-local ecosystem. We are not yet fully convinced about the large format music events and all. Still a small market.
Sure.
Also, movie ticket sales are declining, so not entirely clear on. Like, there's a phenomenal thing which I read recently, which is nothing to do with Swiggy, but I thought blew my mind, was globally the music subscription crossed box office first time ever in history. Can you imagine?
Amazing.
Apple, Spotify, all these players, subscription revenues, which had gone down and completely 10 years back, and nobody gave it any love and fresh air, has surpassed box office globally. Movies. It's an insane statistic for me. Something is happening there which is weird.
Interesting.
So thank you, sir, for leading that transformation in our life from Instamart to Instagram. So, like you said, you were judging us for turning up on a Wednesday evening, but actually, I came to understand how come you being CEO at Swiggy are still hungry, because आपके वो tagline में लिखा था, and you talked about like absence of a playbook in when COVID happened. So, and of course, I think I've been to a lot of startup talks at the Quorum also. This was one of the longest we were listening to without a break, and your conversation was so organic, so relatable. So, as a leader, in absence of data, how do you convince your team? And of course, if you like my question, I'm happy to get Swiggy discount coupons.
In the absence, no, it's not in the absence of data. It is in the presence of data, right? You do it. But there was no data, no? Which pattern will I in COVID go back to? And hence my only response was shorten the feedback loop, talk very frequently, because everything is changing rapidly, right? And second is, I'll give you an example. We changed an entire vertical from a full ownership to revenue share in 3 months. In normal times, that would have taken 2 years. Right? Because we could just go to people and say नहीं है पैसे देने के लिए फिक्स रेंट देने के पैसे क्या करें आपको भी पता है नहीं है रेवेन्यू जीरो है काउंटर पार्टी से हाँ मेरे को भी पता है तो कुछ करते हैं बैठ के इट बिकम्स इजी कॉन्वर्सेशन लाइक दिस वर्सेस व्हेन थिंग्स आर फ्लाइंग यू ट्राई एंड गो एंड टॉक टू समबडी से नहीं अभी कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है अभी बाद में बात करेंगे आप लॉयर से बात कीजिए राइट सो योर एबिलिटी टू टेक डिसीजंस इज वेरी डिफरेंट एज लॉन्ग एज यू आर विलिंग टू टेक देम. Look, you can go into self-pity, right? It's like a spa. You should go once in a while, not like a gym. You should go every day, right? So, अभी क्या करे हो अभी हो गया आप कोविड तो हम तो लाए नहीं थे कोई ले आया था कहीं से उसको डील करना था तो that shortening feedback loop was very important and a lot of companies did that. We are not the only ones, and I think those who did that actually came out of COVID much stronger.
Cool. Thanks for your very interesting insights. I'm Nivedita. I live in Singapore, but last 2 months I have been living in various hospitals in India as a caregiver and attendant. And in fact, today I came from a hospital. What you said about Max Healthcare and your experience there intrigued me. So I have 2 questions. First is, like I've also now realized it's a business. It's not just doctors bhagwan hote hain. So have you, in your experience, faced or seen ethical dilemmas where it's patient-centeredness versus the commercial realities, and would you like to speak about it? That's one part. And second part, as somebody who now firsthand sees a lot of problems to be solved in healthcare, technology, etc. But at the same time, I have also for the past 10 years heard from founders कि भाई इंडिया में healthcare में पैसे नहीं बनते, अगर बनते हैं तो वो US में pivot कर जाते हैं, tech startups on healthcare. Or is the way forward in healthcare private equity roll-up model? एक तो वो model है, but not everybody can be private equity. So health tech founders किस तरह से successfully इस market में commercial हो सकते हैं? And do you have any take on that?
You asked multiple questions. Let me go one by one. Ethical dilemma every day, ma'am. It is just something like that. It's like education also, no? Right? Some of these sectors are just designed that way, where they could be social sectors, they could be business sectors. On balance, I've come to believe that they're better off being business sectors than being socially run enterprises, because they still produce better societal outcomes than the other way around, right? To give you statistics, the most inefficient, okay, let me to record kar rahe aap log, acha. The amount of money which goes from the government into government hospitals is taxpayers' money. You're still paying for it. Somebody's paying for it, and that per surgery cost is statistically more than what you incur in a private hospital. A nurse in a government hospital, entry level, earns almost 2x that of a private hospital, right? So these are the reason is that because we pay out of pocket. Our problem in India is not the cost of healthcare, it's the lack of insurance, under-penetration insurance. Because when you have insurance, you don't care about the charges that much. When you don't have insurance, you pay out of pocket. That's where it starts hurting a lot, right? But then the other argument is that we are much better than US, spending 18% of GDP there on healthcare, which is not that great, by the way, right? It's very good on science and R&D and leading outcomes. It's not good on the day-to-day experience on healthcare. The second question you asked was about healthcare money. Oh, the healthcare provider model is making tons of money right now. They're operating at 35% EBITDA, right? So 3-4 of these companies are north of $10 billion now, right? And there are multiple companies making money. I think, in my humble opinion, making a little too much money right now. And that always has a issue of the regulator paying far more attention to that than they should. And I always think that self-governing mechanisms should be able to control that. But it's already rolled up into PE. Every major healthcare chain is, except 1 or 2 are today owned by private equity in India. Do they drive more commercialization? Absolutely yes, right? Is all of it wrong? Maybe not, right? If it leads to also more access, because if you make money, you set up another hospital. If you make, like for example, the city we are sitting in is the most oversupplied healthcare in India per capita. Gurgaon, quality beds per number of human beings is the highest in India. But it's good also because you have so many options and it feels good to be around here. Third, on health tech. Yeah, so look, anything which is, I'll give you 2-3 examples where I think large opportunities exist. Late marriages are real. Okay? There is a biological thing which happens because of that, and it's not a moral judgment, it's just a fact of life, right? I genuinely feel fertility, IVF, these are still to be born in India at a scale which happens elsewhere. Instagram-led need to look good every time, right? Massive opportunity. What Thailand has done, what is happening in Dubai, I think is catching on real fast. And again, I have no judgment on it. Frankly, this is somebody wants to do it. What they want to do with their bodies is their business, right? Not mine to observe and criticize. But they're doing it, right? Massive opportunity. But these may seem like the first one is a very real societal need. The second one may seem as frivolous, but it is absolutely real because doctors perform all this at the end of the day. Third is my sense is where real. It's like I hesitate to say this only because of regulation, but AI-led healthcare provisioning is if the laws allow it, I think will absolutely boom. I'll give you an example. You have a cough and cold. Go to 6 doctors same day. If you come back with 6 same prescriptions, I'll change my name. Right? Questions तो वही होते हैं. कब से है? क्या है symptoms? So for a bunch of these, AI will codify it and using doctors as the input giver there can arguably produce very, very efficient outcomes. Babylon AI has been there for like now 6-7 years out of UK. I've used it multiple times to test. I think it's pretty spot on already. It was spot on 2-3 years back, right? IBM Watson was way ahead of its time. Poor guys, I think they sank so much money. If they had born today, they would have built like a $100 billion company straight away, right? Wow. So AI, with the only watch out on what is you will be allowed to do. Because that you can't have, if they say that the doctor finally has to write the prescription, then I don't know how it means, what happens there. So these 3 areas definitely, but there's more. But it's look, only thing I'll say in healthcare, if you're doing anything, please do it well, Baba, right? Like, get the right backers. Don't take capital which will sort of make you do stupid things. And please don't do stupid things because it just discredits the entire sector unnecessarily. You're dealing with somebody's lives and it is important that you pay due respect, attention, methods, SOPs, they matter. Like I am invested in a pet care chain called Vetic. I actually work with the founders on using all my experience, at least on Yatish might be here, I don't know if he was supposed to come, one of the guys. Anyway, on saying why, see, dealing with pets is very similar to pediatric, right? Sentiments are similar. बच्चा भी नहीं बोल सकता, dog भी नहीं बोल सकता. Parents are equally worried about the बच्चा also and the dog also. The parents are really emotional about their kids, as they call them. So am I. So I think its practices can be borrowed immediately from the human pediatric healthcare system there. So even to that extent, I'll say even those should be set up like that. But if you go in with no native understanding, you start pushing surgeries and do shit like that, I think then you will end up with an outcome which is only one way and you won't scale, I'm guaranteeing. Anybody thinks they can sell surgeries and push surgeries and make a large model out of it will unravel. It's just a matter of time, as it has for some companies.
Moving on to the capitalistic side now, specifically within quick commerce, there's a lot of money that's now being thrown into like specific categories, like quick home services, quick fashion. What is your framework to think of, category like independently functioning in this sort of quick vertical?
Look, my personal view is there's space, right? Because there'll always be a healthy debate around width and depth in any category. And in categories where depth determines a lot of consumer choices, not everywhere it will happen, by the way, right? It makes sense to think of vertical place as well. But in grocery, if you're trying to do side of the plate, not too sure, right? But in fashion, if you're trying to do something, I see a logic because it's not just important to keep, like, look, quick commerce core will do fashion. For example, kurtas on Diwali, this, that, and the other. But can it really do justice in a deep way to, let's say, women's clothing, multiple sizes, multiple shapes, need for trial, need for return? I'm not sure, right? And hence, if somebody is super passionate there and wants to create something, is there a play like, for example, Myntra did, where rightfully Amazon has fashion, Flipkart has fashion, large fashion plays actually, But Myntra found a need. Nykaa came up and created a vertical. Will everybody do it? No, not sure. Like furniture, still a little bit of struggle, always, given the nature of the beast. So होगा, कुछ तो बनेंगे. सब कुछ बनेगा नहीं होगा ऐसा, मेरे को नहीं लगता. There are certain in my head conditions which are needed, but that will be too long an answer right now. Yeah.
In a way, you've answered what I was going to ask, which is there a natural ceiling to this? So, do you think there is still headroom for continuing to be quick in delivery and yet expand the assortment?
See, quick, already I was watching my data yesterday, we are 9.3 minutes, all India average. I get data by the hour on my speeds. So, quicker than this, thoda sa mushkil hai, मेरे को लगता है. Assortment already 45,000 पहुंच गया है, right? Because assortment will not be solved by the nearest pod only. It will be solved also by different kind of pod structures and networks, right? So within 10 to 20 minutes, ability to supply, let's say 70,000 SKUs, I can imagine, right? Beyond that, I can't imagine but that is only the limitation of my imagination. Not that it's not going to happen, right?
So, hi, I'm Shravani, and I should say genuinely as a marketer, when I'm looking at the content, the attention span of human beings, which is reducing, I think this session has been one of the sessions where I was just here, like just gripping here after a long time for such a long period. Thank you for busting all those myths. On one side, I was actually obsessed. I was in awe when I was actually, looking at the insights which you were throwing as a consumer, as a marketer, category lead, and as also as an e-commerce person. The insights were so insightful. But on the other side, when I was, a little bit deep diving on you before I came into the session, I was really intrigued about the duality which I saw in you. On one end, I saw Rohit on, a Manali to Leh cycling, passionate, really on that end. And the other side, I really saw the Rohit who's like, 3 years of a professional experience gives me a 10 years, a 13 years of, intense satisfaction and passion, which really requires a different nerve on this side. I was actually wondering, how do you balance between these two, which is very important, for the people who are planning to do it or rather dreaming to do it, if I have to keep.
Okay, so your question is balancing personal hobbies, pursuits with intense professional. That's okay. I got it right. Look, I think people overstate how busy they are. Right? It's just cool to say that. In India, we are taught never to be say कि वेल्ला हूँ कोई काम नहीं मेरे पास. Right? आप किसी से भी मिलोगे वो हमेशा जल्दी में है, हमेशा बहुत परेशान है, हमेशा कुछ कर रहा होता है, राइट? क्योंकि बचपन से सिखाया गया कि जैसे मेरे को जब फर्स्ट जॉब था ना, उस समय कंप्यूटर पर फाइल थी, तो मैं मेरे को पता नहीं था ज़्यादा, तो मैं तो आराम से लंच टाइम में निकलता था, आराम से चल के जाता था लंच करने. तो एक सीनियर थे वहाँ पे, उषा मार्टिन डेज कैलकाटा, उसने बोला ऐसे मत चला करो कॉरिडोर में, एक फ़ाइल लेके हाथ में हमेशा फ़ाइल होनी चाहिए और तेज चला करो, राइट? कि लगना चाहिए कि तुम कुछ मतलब बिजी हो, राइट? तो एक तो आई थिंक थोड़ा ओवर स्टेटेड है ये बिजीनेस और कि सब मर रहे हैं और सब एकदम थोड़ा. आई थिंक वी बीट आवर ओन ड्रम टू मच ऑन दिस वन. आई हैव सीन साइड शोज वेयर फ्रैंकली इट इज़ नॉट ट्रू, राइट? और अगर है तो फिर वो क्लैरिटी नहीं है कि करना क्या है, तो फिर आप 4 बार करोगे सेम काम, राइट? ऑन पर्सनल पैशंस, आई थिंक लुक, माई सिंपल बिलीफ इज दैट, एंड this is just my belief, it need not translate to anybody else, is there is work, there is your loved ones, there is nation, there is your immediate society, and there's spirituality. A good life left is all 5 captured in different proportions at different points in time. It was in our scriptures that Brahmastra, you sab tha, that's some meaning to it. The way the architecture was, not literally what it meant, but the architecture of it had some meaning. The proportions will keep changing over time, right? But it needs to be there. I don't think that I will like to call that I have worked all my life and done nothing else, and will like to qualify that as a life well led, right? I think I'll be very disappointed with myself if that's the only outcome I end up with, right? Because फिर जिए क्यों, right? So थोड़ा सा वो है, and I think once time to see. So one of the questions which Tej you wanted to ask me and you didn't actually, you had mentioned, is saying that what is the one thing people don't disagree with me most often, or I don't agree with. This is a classical Peter Thiel question. I just think people have, there's far more time in the world than you have worked for, right? It's time management, it is your planning, it's clarity, which all confound this lack of time issue, not the lack of time itself. एक वो जाकिर खान का आप देखते हो शो उसमें, सो वो उसको कहता है कि मर्द जितना औरतों को बताते रहते हैं कि इतना काम है, उतना काम तो दुनिया में है ही नहीं, राइट? पूरी दुनिया में टोटल करके भी उतना काम नहीं है. So he has a very hilarious take on it. I have a similar take. I think it's just overstated. This whole busyness, hustle, craziness, mar jao. I just don't believe in it.
It's actually a question coming from the inner me, I have to say, because I am a writer or I was a writer. I get confused because I used to do a lot of traveling and now I'm not doing because of this work. A lot of.
But that's phases, no? That's okay. It's not like every day I have to do everything. Or every month I have to do everything. That's phases in life and that's okay. I don't think we should also have a very strict saying कि अब ये 20% मेरे को राइडिंग करनी थी. अभी मैं स्ट्रेस लूँगा क्योंकि मैं इस महीने तो मैंने 15% की है, राइट? वो भी बड़ा मैकेनिस्टिक तरीका जीने का, उस तो मतलब मुश्किल है, राइट? As long as you look back and say my parameters of what I define as success in my life, and for somebody, God bless, it could be work only, I don't mind. But for me, it's not that. I think I'll be very disappointed if I retire as like, or die as having worked like 80 hours a week. My epitaph will won't read that, no? Does anybody epitaph read that? This guy worked 80 hours a week. Right? It's a very poor epitaph to have.
Hi, Rohit. Two questions, since you represent both industries. So one is, can you tell us the top 3 differentiators between Swiggy and Zomato? What really differentiates your business? And the other thing was, lately a lot of people have been talking about setting up a business in terms of caregiving. I've been really curious about how that is,
You mean senior care?
So yeah, senior care could be like a niche category, but like generally sort of caregiving for, vulnerable people, people who are medically unfit and need care. Home care, especially. How is that market doing? I mean, who do you think are the top players?
Yeah. So, I'll tell you what I think Swiggy is very distinctive on. I'll leave the comparison aside. That won't be fair of me. I think very, very, very distinctive on, and this is what comes out in our surveys. It's not what I believe. One is, a lot of people love our app, the UI UX of it, the journeys that the app has, the playfulness, the colors. It comes out in surveys again and again that people love that part. The second thing I think is quite distinctive is the constant innovation on the consumer side, right? Is that almost we love chasing zero TAM markets, if you know what I mean, right? Markets which don't exist. And try and make something out of it. I can explain in detail why that. So quick commerce was a zero TAM market. If anybody asks like what is a TAM? Zero, right? Nobody wants anything in 10 minutes, so was the answer that time, right? And third is, I think we have a very quirky brand which appeals to, the language of the brand is very young, and the only way it is young is because I encourage them to publish something which I disagree with every day. Because if I like it, you definitely got it wrong. Right? So it has to be stuff which I find very cringe and I don't like it because at my age this is just doesn't reconcile to my sensibilities and you must be doing it right. We were releasing something 2 days later, I had a review yesterday. I won't, when it releases you'll see it, it's quite quirky. I was like, oh, what is this here? Like, but those 3 things. On the caregiving side, look, I think I've started Max at Home. It's very tough here. I'll cut to the chase here. It's a very tough market for 2 reasons. One is it is dependent on the lowest common denominator, who's the caregiver, right? And that caregiver is fluid. Because of a simple reason that the price point it takes to, like, I'll give you an example. Most caregivers in India full-time will be costing 20 to 30,000 something, right? For a 12-hour shift. I'll tell you at 60,000 will be very stable and high quality. But nobody is willing to pay 60,000. Because they say हम रख लेंगे किसी को जो 15,000 20,000 में आ जाएगा घर पे. And that cycle never ends. It has not stabilized for anyone. So is there a high quality caregiver outfit in India? Answer is no. Today. And the issue is structural. Issue is not with the attempts being made. Honest attempts have been made by many people. Right? So there, I will still say organizations like Samarth, for example, or Antara, where I still believe the ethos is very high on wanting to do the right thing, is likely to give you a better outcome than a purely commercial where the churn rates are very high. If you're attending to a neuro patient, it takes 1-2 months just for the patient to start jiving with you a little bit, start understanding you. These are complex interactions. Okay. And वो exist ही नहीं करता है. तो वहाँ पे I don't have good news for you. I don't think there's any major breakthroughs happening at the moment. Technology is all there. So to set up an ICU at home, the technology is fully there. There's nothing missing, honestly, which is of real value from a technology standpoint. But the human element of finding that person who will do it at that price point at which the consumer is willing to pay. And then consumers break it, no. The moment you find somebody good, you say, अच्छा वो कितना दे दें तेरे को? कंपनी वाले बोले 25,000. अरे 30,000 ले लो तुम मेरे पास आ जाओ full time, right? The breakage is instant. उसके लिए 5,000 रुपये extra है. वो कल कंपनी छोड़ देता है. उसको काम तो सेम करना है. So that has not stabilized. Don't have good news there. I have not seen it. Actually.
Yeah, I agree with Rohit. We have seen a lot of business models, but
Need is there.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'll keep it short. Thanks, Rohit. This was incredible. Thank you to you as well. I am Archit. I work in capital and entrepreneurship in the US. Transitioning to India. Would love to understand.
Welcome.
Thank you. Would love to understand from you about how you think of patient capital here in India, and the transformation and the transformational technology that can be created here with patient capital. Where are we on that spectrum in your mind? Why I'm asking that is specifically because एक long-term capitalism है और एक short-term capitalism है. Quick commerce जैसा business काफ़ी innovative है, काफ़ी quickly demand create कर सकता है. But maybe the R&D spend that you were talking about in healthcare is very low. Similarly, foundational models are something that we have not put patient capital behind. So would love to hear your thoughts on it, because you've been in the capital, you've been in the business, and you've created something phenomenal. So would just love to hear your thoughts.
You want ideal state or current state?
Current state.
Current state, not too much good news there, right? I don't think India has that much patient capital. There's some funds being set up by the government and all. That's a good first step, that what we're discussing that day. Look, what is happening in China is quite insane right now, right? In terms of just the physical infra they're building, the IoT models, the drones, the robots. In fact, I'll strongly encourage people to go there and see. It is a generation ahead at this point in time, right? And it's very, I'm unable to bridge in my head how do we catch up there on those grounds. Collaboration may be actually a good idea, and we see some of that happening. Patient capital, वो pools India में नहीं है अभी भी, right? And I don't see any such big patient capital. So my only sort of a little bit of a cop-out answer there is, for the sector that you're building in, at least find the fund manager who's passionate about a sector in a true sense. So for example, if you're building a healthcare, don't take money from a D2C sort of, nothing wrong with D2C, there's some great funds. But you know what I mean, right? Yes, somebody who's passionate about healthcare, उसमें invest कर रहा है, healthcare fund है, तो उनको समझ में तो आएगा ना आप बोल क्या रहे हो, right? और क्यों बोल रहे हो कि एक दिन में सब कुछ नहीं हो सकता, right? Why something needs some time. On foundational models and all, I don't know, Tej, it's still a struggle a little bit, no?
Yeah, not matlab, there are one or two servum etc which are getting built, but you know, like I think Rohit said, you know, other countries are miles ahead.
I guess it stems from more कि LPs तो हैं, IFC, BIS सब पैसा डाल रहे हैं, तो patience क्यों नहीं है specifically हमारी market के लिए?
No, patience is, when you say they're 10-year funds, right? So 10 plus 2, so that is what AI structures allow you to do, right? So I think you want to go beyond 10, मतलब थोड़ा fight होता है. But there, you know, other thing is like what he's mentioning, right? If you do research, you know, there are a lot of funds who understand how to play, where to play. Like deep tech ke funds. I mean, the good thing is verticalization of funds is happening, which is very good in India. So you've got like Health Quad hai, you know, Quadria hai, very specialized healthcare fund. There are, you know, bunch of Speciale, which is deep tech fund. As a matter of fact, for fund managers, it's becoming important to become specialized. So हो रहा है, तो accordingly, you know, like Speciale वाले से बात कर रहा था, very interesting anecdote. वो कहता है कि यार 6 साल लगते हैं एक PhD को कुछ interesting बनाने में. So they see that, and then they invest. You know, then you certainly see the spike in valuation and also revenues, right? So I think that's happening. So it should be addressed. But 20-year fund नहीं है. हमें भी यार return देना होता है, पैसे कमाने होते हैं तो, right? So we have to also keep churning things, right?
Also functional capital markets. Capital market is still not as deep as the US. US is a, look, just we forget the fact that US added $12 trillion in GDP in the last 5 or 10 years, right? That's insane, right? So while whatever size they may be growing, they just added that much, three Indias in the last 10 years in GDP. They added. They went from 18, I know 18 to 30. I think China is about 20, 22 now, in that range. India is getting to about 4.5, 5. So inflection is happening. What I'm very optimistic about India is the next 20 years, if there is somebody has a good mind and willing to work hard, this is just the wealth creation this country will see is unmatched in the previous generations. My only regret is I should have been 20 years younger, right, at this point. I still think consumer brands is a big one. We have not even seen touch the surface of it so far, right? Second, I will say definitely AI, and not foundational models maybe, but a lot of you know, work on AI in terms of co-pilots, sales co-pilots, agent co-pilots, a bunch of stuff happening there. Third, I think this may be a little controversial one, but anything which attends to loneliness, right, is a massive opportunity. And that loneliness has 5 or 6 spectrums. There's friendships, there's dating, there is therapy, there's a bunch of this stuff, because loneliness pandemic is very big in India, right? There's a company called Friend, FRND, right? It is not a dating platform. It does some $300 million now, thereabouts. कुछ नहीं है, ऑडियो पे लड़का लड़की बात करते हैं, right? Or it's quite insane. It's a pay-per-use model. You can't see anyone, but when the model was described, ये लोग कौन है ये लोग? But tier 2, tier 3 towns, there are people who have done like 1,600 chats in a month. They are putting in AI copilot, AI friends, and people are chatting with AI friends all the time. क्योंकि माँ बाप से बात नहीं करनी है. No, it is real. I'm not. We may joke about it, but बच्चे AI friends से बात कर रहे हैं बैठ के, right? People are speaking to AI fathers because they don't want to speak to the real father.
True.
Right?
This is a reality.
No, but scared हो जाओ या embrace कर लो, वो तो हमारे हाथ में है, right? Everything is scary at some level, right? But yeah, loneliness is a big opportunity.
No, I just want to add isolation is increasing because you have phones, right? So and everybody phone is their everything.
See, जावेद साहब ने एक अच्छा बोला. जावेद अख्तर को आप follow करते हो? I highly recommend. He's wise beyond. तूने बोला कि technology has taken away romance also.
Right.
Just imagine अगर रोमियो के पास फोन होता तो वो balcony के नीचे कभी जाके खड़ा ही नहीं होता. वो उसको रात में text कर रहा होता. Right? So Romeo and Juliet बनी नहीं होती फिर. On that note, let's stop. I think we can go on.
Thank you. Thank you, Rohit.